Hi guys, I'm John Bro, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and this time, this is the bonus part, and it is in frighteningly beautiful color, because this is Link's Awakening Deluxe, not just the original version, the Deluxe version. And there are three main differences between this version and the original. One, it's in color, two, it has this exclusive camera shop feature, which I'm going to show off and explain, and it has something called the Color Dungeon, which is also this special thing that actually has a pretty cool reward at the end, and I'm going to show all of that off in this one video. So let's begin! So here, where there was previously a blank space and a random little insignificant enemy, is now a giant, flashy camera shop. That wasn't actually intended to be a pun, but I just love to take pictures. Will you let me take your picture, young gentleman? Yes. I'm so enthusiastic to stand there in the back of the room and give you my fake smile, because every photograph has a fake smile in it, just about. I'll call this here stands a brave man, say Gargonzola. Yeah, you'd have to be pretty brave to get a picture from this guy. Luigi's your name? Well, here's your album, Luigi, and this is the not color dungeon, that's something entirely different. This is the camera feature in the game, and basically this pink elephant, or, sorry, pink mouse. I wish he was a pink elephant, I feel drunk right now. He has this album that has only 2 pages, and it can hold up to 12 pictures, so it's not very good. You go through very specific locations in the game at very specific times to get different pictures. This is the first picture that you can get, but there are actually 2 first pictures that you can get by coming into this shop, and I'll show the second one in a minute. So yes, the alternative picture that you can get. I just love to take pictures, will you let me take your picture? Say no. Let's take a picture. Say no every time. We are not the yes man, we are the no man. Oh, now he's gonna push us around. This is not a very nice photographer. He's like the polar opposite of the ones that take yearbook photos. They're always like too nice, and this guy's the opposite. You pulling my leg? I wish I was, because then I could watch you trip and fall down. What a bummer! Speaking of bummer, my bum is now on the floor. I'll call this picture game over. Yeah, I love your way of thinking, Mr. Pink Mouse Creature. You're really inspiring and motivational. You really make me want to just have my picture taken all the time. I am not a very photogenic person in real life, nor in this game apparently, as we are about to see in a couple of seconds. Yeah! What a beautiful picture. You know, whenever they say that whenever your picture is taken, then your soul is also taken away, I think that applies here. I don't think Link feels like he has a soul anymore. So after talking to Mr. Mouse Photo Guy, let's go over here and oh, hey, that looks great. I'll call it Luigi Plays with Bow Wow. Ooh, that sounds a little bit suggestive. Now get closer. Yeah, I feel a little bit too close already. Get closer? Okay. I don't think this worked in Mario Kart. I really don't think it's gonna work here either. See, he's already trying to bite me. I'm not great with pets. Okay, I'm ready. Smile. Instead, just do a straight line smile. Oh no, and Luigi died. That's the end of the game. I bet you thought we were done with Mr. Old but let's look in his window and stalk him. And hi, it's me, the other stalker. You seem curious about Grandpa Olrurra. I'll call this Luigi Discovers Olrurra's Secret. And he looks like his mouth is full and he's chewing and it's really weird. But yeah, we were stalking the talkative. I love watching old men talk on the phone. That's, So after talking to Richard, aka Cowlick Superman, and before lowering the drawbridge to the castle and collecting all the leaves, you want to walk up to the drawbridge of the castle and, oh, cutscene! Another cutscene with really weird perspective. Hi Luigi, you know I love to stalk people, I mean take pictures. Wouldn't this old castle make a great photo? And there's Cowlick Superman. He wants a picture of his Fortress of Attitude here. Not Solitude, Attitude. Oh no, I don't want to take a picture with him. Look at him. Look, he has no style. I mean, I guess I don't either, but that's still. Also, I'm not afraid, I just decided to wait at home. That's like the least cool line you could possibly say in that situation. Oh, I'm not afraid, I just like staying in my basement. Believe it or not, if you want all 12 pictures in the album, which I don't think it actually gives you anything if you get them all, you will have to steal something from the shop. It is a requirement. This game encourages thievery. So guess what? Are you proud of yourself? You got it for free? I am not happy with myself right now, because now I know that there is a pink mouse guarding the security cameras who's watching my every move and filming what I do. And I guess that's how the bald guy knows that I steal something, because of that pink mouse. Which is weird though, because there actually isn't a little cutscene for the mouse, so you actually have to go back to the camera shop to see that you got a picture taken. But we'll worry about that in a minute whenever we see all the pictures. There are a few different pictures you can only have taken when you've obtained Marin as an item, to use however you please. Oh yeah! And the first of those pictures that you can have taken is in the very bottom left corner of the island on this magical little cliff, where you get a little romantic scene for all you Luigi fans out there. This is my first walk with you, thief. I call you thief because you steal my heart. Oh! Yeah, your secret place, because this isn't out in the open at all. Oh, how I love pictures. Why don't you take a picture when no one is around? Well, I'm not really taking the picture, but you can think that if you want to, even though the camera's way over there, where the pink mouse must have been standing in the water to take the picture. That must have been kind of inconvenient. I hope he has a water-safe camera. So yeah, this is Luigi's first date. I say we should do something crazy, like, I don't know, jump down a well? It's kind of ridiculous. So what? Hi, I'm the photographer. I'm in the worst place at the worst time. I'll call this picture Heads Up, because this is a heads up for all your future dates so that they never choose to date you. While still on your romantic date, let's go to this dead rooster statue weather vane thing, because that's a really romantic spot, wouldn't you say? Well, apparently Mario thinks so. Hey, Marin and Thief, are you taking pictures? You should take pictures of everyone, including me. Who you calling a thief, Mario? You're the one stealing the spotlight. Saying mushroom? That you can't smile while you're saying mushroom. Stupid brother of mine. Hope you choke on him. Later in the game, after you've returned the Nostalgia Ghost back to its tombstone, you can come back to the tombstone at any other point in the game and get what is definitely my favorite of the album pictures, with the background trees that look like gelatin. Ah, how I love pictures. Hey Thief, what are you doing here? I'm raiding a tomb, what do you think? Oh, I'll bet that Ghost is happy thanks to you. Are you ready for a picture? Well, I guess I am now, Mr. Flamingo Pink. I'll call this I Was Very Afraid. Kind of unfitting title, but there's the ghost! Aww. He's so adorable. I just love his little smile there. It just feels like you've done something right. At this point, I've just gotten the mermaid scale, I'm going into the bridge, and hello, it's the cotton candy-colored critter again, with his apparently water-safe camera, unless it's not really water-safe and he's just recording static down there. So hey, fisherman, I have a feeling I'll catch a big fish again. What do you mean, again? You haven't caught a fish yet. But yeah, watch a pro at work. A pro at what, exactly? My, that's a big... No, it's not. It's not a big one. It's a mouse. Well, that's a big one. Hey, photo guy, can you take a picture of this? He's acting like the photo mouse isn't even there. Hey, be more careful next time. Oh, I'm a fisherman and I can't even swim. Ah. In Soviet Russia, fish catch you. Having just collected the magnifying lens, we can go to the animal village, go to the house on the far right, and the game just takes control for you. This is automatic cutscene. Whirlpool! Hey, you can see me! You must have a magnifying glass! I'm not a troublemaker, I promise. My daughter, she's sick. I'm not a bad person. I didn't mean to kill people. And there's the pink mouse again. Zora's in the house. I have to take a picture of that. I call it I Found Awkward Bathtub Scene. So that's good. If you keep a secret, I'll tell you something useful. Go to Tarambo Shores, use a magnifying glass, and you will find someone like me. Someone like you? That is not useful whatsoever, sir. I never want to see the likes of you again. Ugh. Starting at the top of Mount Tamaranch, in front of Doppelganger Luigi's mansion, we can head over to the right, across this very insecure bridge, and, you know, throw some rocks around, get ourselves stoned at a rock party, kill this little bush bug here, don't let the bush bugs bite, and suddenly, cutscene, hey, this represents your adventures of mindlessly walking around perfectly. He calls this one Close Call. I would call this picture Justice. You'll see in a second why. Justice. Yes, it has been served, but not for me, because I just got attacked by the bush bug again, because it respawned for no reason. So let's reflect on the travels of Thief. And by thief I mean the mouse, because he took the pictures. Get it? It's a joke. Remember that great memory all of like 8 or 9 minutes ago? Now this second picture, I really do love this picture. That's probably my second favorite picture. But this third one, oh, Link! You look like you just stepped out of a horror film. And I don't mean like stepped out of a theater, I mean like from the actual movie. And Aurora's face there, his mouth just looks like a giant hot dog. It's just so long and wide, it looks like it could fit a breadstick in there with no problem. Yeah, don't bother saving the poor fisherman who's drowning. And Link does not look happy to be bathing with that Zora. I wouldn't be either. I wouldn't want to bathe with a Zora. At least not with that kind of Zora. The other kind, maybe. Justice, once again, with that stupid bubblegum bum mouse. Bye, mouse! Back in the library in Mabe Village, next to where the two kids are playing with their ball, we can see that there is a new book on the shelves. So let's just ram headfirst into those shelves like a smart person would do and get that book. Do you want to read this book? It's not going to be very long, so why not? New World of Color Under the 5 Gravestones. Oh, you have to memorize a pattern. Thankfully, it's not very hard to remember because you just go down, left, up, right. It's kind of like you go in a circle and then there's an up at the end. Try with all your might, open a new path. Whoever is worthy receives the power of something. I wonder what the world of color is. As if you can't tell because everything is in color. Whatever, game. So yeah, I'm just gonna, commentate over this sped-up segment of me getting to the gravestones, because this is all post-commentated, I know. There was really no other way to do most of this episode, but once I get to the color dungeon, I'm gonna live commentate it so you can see my reactions to things, even though I know what's going to happen already. But first, I'm gonna heal up because I am dying to get in this grave, that is. Ho ho ho! And back again with live commentary in the color dungeon, let's talk to one of these Death Jr. twins. Our colors are never the same. If I am red, he is blue. If he is red, I am blue. What color is my cloth? It's very obviously blue. Don't tell anyone, as if it's not obvious. Also, do you have the powder? If you don't, you must go, yeah, I do have the powder. I don't have all the items in the game, but I don't need them all. I just went through 5 dungeons to go through all those photo things, and I went to here and everything, so I think that's enough. Our colors are never the same. If I am red, he is blue. If he is red, I am blue. What color is my cloth? Blah, blah, blah. And you, sir, are very obviously red. You're not really hiding anything. The Fairy Queen is waiting for you. Oh, she's the Fairy Queen. She's more important than all the others, I guess. Somehow. I think these creatures are kind of interesting. They kind of look like mad scientists without their lab coats. The way they hold their arms up in the air and twiddle their thumbs and fingers. You got the compass. Now you can see where the chest and nightmare are hidden. Blah, blah, blah. This compass has a new feature. Really, though. This game is over. The Let's Play is done. It's not new anymore. Whatever. But yeah. So this is a kind of interesting puzzle in that it involves, matching colors, like we're in kindergarten again, and we play golf at the same time. The most juvenile possible version of golf. You found a stone beak. Yeah, this is the replacement for the fragment of a stone slab in the color version of this game. A stone beak. Why can't we just have the real beak from the real owl? Wouldn't that be so much better to just be able to take his beak and keep him from talking ever again? I would like that. More of the science experiments gone wrong in this room. They kind of remind me of Luigi's Mansion enemies, actually. Like the Luigi's Mansion ghosts, which I guess is fitting for this LP. Boo, I'm no weakling. Your pitiful sword is no match for me. Except it kind of is. Oh no, it's a jelly choo-choo train. What am I ever gonna do? Well, let's just sprinkle powder on him and he doesn't turn into a weird Jamaican person who asks you lots of weird questions and compliments your hats and things, like all the other choo-choos in the game whenever you spray them or sprinkle them with magic powder. No, this one just becomes vulnerable to your sword. So it says that your sword is no match for him, but really it is. With the help of a little bit of crack. And speaking of which, he is just cracked. And let's take his fairy, because we like eating fairies and watching their blood spill out of our mouths. What could be in this chest? Oh, the Nightmare's key! Now you can open the door to It's kind of interesting. The door to the Nightmare's lair, I discovered that if you go to the door to the Nightmare's lair before you actually have the Nightmare's key, it doesn't say Nightmare's Key, it says that you need the Nightmare Key. So, it's not really a very interesting fact, but I just kind of found it interesting that, you know, this game is inconsistent with its own terminology. So here's another room with all the Luigi's Mansion ghosts that pop out of the ground. I'm surprised they're not throwing banana peels and things. Well, I guess none of them are purple, so... Well, no, those were the green ghosts, right? Yeah, the green ghosts were the ones that threw bananas. And the little skull guys in this room kind of remind me of monkeys, the way they jump around with their arms on the side. Kind of like the monkeys in Yoshi's Island, except they didn't jump off cliffs and kill themselves. Also, whenever you go through that little gingerbread door, it kind of looks like Link is frozen in carbonite. I just thought that was kind of strange because the color changes him to gray. What a greedy fool! You want more power? A buffoon like you might as well give up and go home. Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna give up and go home after I've come this far. You know, 20-something episodes into this LP. I just swallowed strangely in the middle of my sentence. I really don't know the proper way to beat this guy, but you know, he kind of looks like the Thing. He looks like a golem, like a big brick Donkey Kong or something. We just slash him with our sword a bunch of times, and eventually he'll go down as he's dropping boulders from the sky. And I try to usually hold out my shield just in case anything's coming my way. I don't think that helps a whole lot, but I just pretend that maybe it might. So yeah, really he doesn't go. It doesn't take long to kill him, so he takes about as long to beat as any of the other bosses in this game, which is not very long. See, he's dead. And kaploofa wow. Wonderful. Another entirely pointless room with these puzzle things that really serve no significance. It's like Breakout, except the goal is not to break all the blocks. You might think that you have to, but you really don't. So, yeah. The Legend of Zelda Link's Arkanoid, I guess. More choo-choo jelly choo-choo trains, and they're honking their horns and everything, their whistles, I mean. At last you got a map, press the start button. We don't need a map. I mean, if you're curious as to what the map looks like, it doesn't look very interesting, but it's just there for reasons that I cannot explain, because this is a very, very simple dungeon. And overall, I'm kind of disappointed by it. I really don't think it's that great of a dungeon. It is cool that they decided to make it, and that it does utilize color. Kind of like, you know, whenever you go to, or whenever you see the... you know, like whenever you play Link's Awakening, the newer version with the 4 swords thing, and you can play through the 4-sword dungeon. It's kind of like that. It just utilizes the game's mechanics that already existed in new ways, because it has new features and everything. So that's kind of fun, I guess, but yeah, we're just playing world's simplest version of golf, and hopefully not bogeying in the process. We're bogey on my 6. The flying skull monkey dead monkeys. But I think my favorite part of this dungeon is probably these rooms where you have to hit these in the right order to get them all to look blue, to get them all to turn blue, I mean. I like these little puzzles. They're just kind of fun. I like puzzles like this in Flash games and things too. Okay. So... I mean, I haven't looked up how to do this exactly, so oh, there we go! That was simpler than I was expecting. Hooray! I was expecting that to take a lot longer than it did, but oh well. It worked. This is an entirely pointless room. Why did you put this room in here? I mean, does this have to be a perfectly symmetrical dungeon with a room that I never entered? But I don't really care, because we're still going to reach the end of the dungeon, so... yeah. If you want to explore for on your own what that other room has to offer, then go ahead. I'm not going to do it. Blue is safe, yellow is caution, red is danger! More puzzles that involve hitting things and turning them different colors. Now this is the most annoying of these optional bosses. Thankfully it's still not particularly hard, especially if you have Crazy Tracy's elixir, soup, rubbing alcohol, whatever I call it. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, he looks like a giant ring pop, and we just keep hitting his candy thing, and yellow is caution, red is danger, no space, capitalized take your time. Very grammatically correct sentence there. Thank you for that game. Thank you for knowing your grammar manners. And he is dead. I will say that the bosses in this dungeon are, for the most part, more difficult than the bosses for throughout the rest of the game, but it's still, you know, they're still not that hard, so that's good. And we get to the giant honeybee lady person. Welcome, thief. I forgot about that, I'm still a thief. I admire you for coming this far. I will give you the power of color, as if we haven't seen color through this entire episode. If you want offense, choose red. If you want defense, choose blue. Which power do you want? If I was going to go through any of the rest of this, I would choose red, just because, you know, it's easier to fight bosses if you have increased defense. But, you know, I can see a lot of merit in choosing blue as well, because then you don't get killed by other enemies as fast, I guess. But fun fact, you can actually return to the color dungeon and just skip all the rooms with all the puzzles and go back to that room specifically, and if you want to change from red to blue or blue to red, you can. You can change clothes in front of that lady at any time that you wish, which is kind of strange, I guess, but it's also kind of cool. You know, I mean, it works for strategy if you think that's a strategy. So yes, that is not The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening at its entirety, and I didn't even mention all of the many, many differences between this game and the original version. But I highly recommend that you play Link's Awakening if you have not already, so you can explore all the other secrets for yourself, and, you know, whether you want the black and white version or the color version, I think they're both great. There are not a whole lot of differences between them. I mean, there are, but not a whole lot of big differences between them, so I guess this is the end of the LP, so thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in whatever we do next.